Hello, this is Roy Whiffen again. I went down to City Hall to pay my $6 to get my information that I wanted with regard to the junction of Soldier Field and First Colony Boulevard. Now, I had requested to find out why the city needed a roundabout there. A large roundabout there, and I was told by Assistant City Manager Mr. Stubing that it was because of all the accidents that they'd had there. I said, okay, fair enough, accidents. So I then went to check, and today I got the results back. Mr. Stubing seems to run fast and loose with the truth. And here's the couple of reasons why. I asked, with regard to the Doggy Hotel animal shelter, why it costs so much. I've been in real estate and architecture and building for over 50 years. And I said, why can't you, as it's a commercial building, why can't you build it with what they call tilt building? Oh, well, he shouted across the room at a meeting that we had over by the University of Houston there, the library. Shouted across the room, there's no difference in cost, I can prove it. I didn't want to create a bad feeling in the room, so I let it pass. And then I went back and did my due diligence and went under codes and practices, etc. And the first thing it says about tilt buildings is because of their construction and the time that it takes to put them up, the cost is considerably less. That's a shortened version of it. You can look it up for yourself if you want to. So Mr. Stubing wasn't telling the truth. Then when I asked about the roundabout, I said, why do we need a roundabout there? You know, it's a two-way stop. Oh, and he said, because of all the accidents that we've had there. I said, really? I said, I've never seen any accidents. And I go up and down 6, you know, you'd think you'd see something. Oh yeah, all the accidents. So, as I said to you, I went to City Hall, I got this out. I asked for all the accidents that had happened at that junction for 1 full year. You aren't going to believe it. 1 accident in a whole year, and they want to spend $1.2 million on a roundabout because of all the accidents. Now, if they're not telling the truth about just a couple of things like this, what else aren't they telling you? You know, it seems to be endemic in their way that they deal with the people of Sugarland. It just seems that we don't have to tell them the truth. We just take their money and do what we want. And you, as taxpayers, are you going to accept that? Because I'm not. I want to challenge everything that I don't think is right. I want to see a nice city, yes, but I don't want people to actually go broke because of what the city is trying to do. You know, the $6.6 million for the Doggy Hotel, but they didn't tell you on top of that they're going to seek donations for another 2.4 million, because that's what it actually costs. And then the road that services it. Oh, well, the road that services it is going to be for a future courthouse as well. Does that mean we're going to have another bond? to do the courthouse? When's that bond coming up? We don't need the roundabout. We don't need the road. We don't need the doggy hotel. You know, you just got to vote no. You just got to tell them that you can't lie to us anymore. We're not going to accept it. That's not the way we're going to do things in Sugarland. We're not accepting your mistruths or bending of the truth, or whatever you want to call it. And it seems that Mr. Stubin has probably been taking some lessons from his boss, who's now retiring, because, you know, you just can't tell the people things that aren't true. They aren't facts. We haven't had multiple accidents. We haven't had any injuries or any fatalities. So why not just say, well, we thought we'd need a nice roundabout. You know, we did a nice one on Imperial and nobody said anything, and that cost millions. No, not this time. You're not going to take us for a ride again. We're going to say no. We're going to keep on saying no, because we know that in the short term you've got a load more stuff coming up as well, as far as the roads are concerned, and as far as this court is concerned. You know, we know what's coming down the pike, and we aren't going to accept it just on face value. You've lied to us. You've told us things and tried to make us believe that that's what is needed, and it's not needed. So please get out there on that bond issue and on the 4 pockets that you've got there. Go no, 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 no. Let's get back to the table and let's talk sense, so that we aren't paying for things that we don't need and don't want, and then your children aren't paying for things we don't need and don't want, and probably even your grandchildren. And with that, if I find anything more, I'll tell you. And with God's blessing, talk to you soon. Bye.